You know, one of the things that you've highlighted is just the immense amount of digital data that's available, surely at Geo and in India, and this leads to one of the things that I want to announce with you. As you know, in order to lead in artificial intelligence, you need to have AI model technology that India has. You need to have data, massive quantities of data, and using the last thing you need is AI infrastructure, and we're announcing that Reliance and NVIDIA are partnering to build AI infrastructure here in India.
Absolutely.
And then the thing that I will say is that in order ultimately to create that into a flywheel is one of the great advantages that India has, which is a very large population of users. And so now you have the fundamental ingredients, AI, data, and AI infrastructure, and you have a large population of users that ultimately creates your AI flywheel. The thing that I really love, and when I met Modi ji, the first time he asked me to meet his cabinet was this has got to be about 6 years ago. He asked me to address his cabinet about artificial intelligence. And I was so surprised. It was literally the first time any government leader, any national leaders asked me to address his cabinet on this particular topic. It was long before anybody was talking about artificial intelligence. And my last visit with him, he said this, and it was really quite profound. He said, I was explaining to him the concept of AI infrastructure and why it's essential for every nation to have their own AI infrastructure, like their own communication, their internet infrastructure, their roads, like energy, of course, and of course, intelligence should be part of your infrastructure, and the manufacturing of intelligence should be part of your infrastructure. And he said this, he said, it makes complete sense that India should manufacture its own AI, manufacture your own AI. You should not outsource, you should not export data to import intelligence. That India should not export data to import intelligence. And he said...
Absolutely.
And Modi ji said, it's like India should not just export flour to import bread. We should add value to the data ourselves. And the partnership that we have is to start that journey, to build the underlying infrastructure so that India could have your own infrastructure. You surely have your own computer science expertise. And you also have your data. You have a giant population of users to drive that flywheel. And then one more comment. This is the thing that he was most inspired by 6 years ago. He said that artificial intelligence has the ability to elevate the entire population of India. And the reason for that, I was talking earlier to him about the fact that there are so few people in the world who knows how to program a computer. Programming is not easy. Here in India, it's the largest population of programmers in the world. However, still programming is not easy. Most people don't know how to program Python or C++ or Pascal or Fortran or Java, but everyone knows how to program an intelligence. And so the ability to program computers is available to a small population, but the ability to program AI is something that everyone can do. And if AI could be put into the hands of every citizen, it would elevate and put into the hands of everyone this incredible capability you and I get the benefit from, called computers. And this computer could now benefit everybody in society. And that, he explained that back to me. Yeah.
Absolutely. And I think that is why I started by saying that we are very fortunate to have a visionary leader who believes not only in vision but in execution.
Yeah.
And Jensen, let me tell you my own experience in India. First, right, as our Prime Minister has said, that this is a new aspirational India. What we have today is we are among the only country in the world where the average age of 1.4 billion Indians is below 35. So what is driving our economy is not only new technologies like AI, but also aspirations. And I believe that, you know the Prime Minister, and I believe that his leadership in terms of converting India to a premier digital society has been vital and continues to drive activity at the ground level. So it's demography, it's leadership. The third factor is that we as Indians have the raw talent. You talked about converting 200,000 people into this, but I believe there are millions, right? If we now see India has become home, right, among all the companies across the world, our fastest growing industry is global competency centers. So we do space research in India, we do pharmaceutical research in India. I'm sure that we are thinking of building chips in India.
That's right.
We are in our own energy industry, we do bioenergy industry. All the energy majors, Shell, BP, right, actually do their innovation in India. So India is fast becoming an innovation hub for the world in terms of where we are and not the manufacturing hub.
And so you know, we have over 10,000 engineers here in India ourselves.
So that's like our challenge. What we also have is, we also have what I call the necessary infrastructure, and we've been fortunate that we have the connectivity infrastructure, which is equivalent to the roads. So if you don't have roads, you will not reach your destination. So I believe that today, apart from the US and China, right, India has the best digital connectivity infrastructure, 4G, 5G, and broadband in the world.
Yeah.
You know, while I was listening to you, you talked about NVIDIA being an exotic place. And I was thinking that when you are in India, I've got to give you my version of what NVIDIA means to me. And I was just thinking about it backstage. There's a very important word link which is called Vidya, V-I-D-Y-A, right? And in Indian, in Hindi, as we are all determined to make the best LLM in Hindi, right? In Hindi, Vidya means knowledge.
I knew I named the company right. I knew it.
So
everybody said, NVIDIA, what a horrible name. You will never make it.
So what it means...
I knew it. I stuck with it.
So you can take credit for this interpretation.
Gosh.
No problem. Right? So it still is
I'm smart.
It gets better, Jensen. So if we think about Vidya, Vidya is Saraswati. And Saraswati is our goddess of knowledge. So when you actually devote yourself sincerely to the goddess of knowledge and you acquire knowledge, then in our tradition, the goddess of prosperity, which is Lakshmi, follows. So what you are doing...
32 years ago, I knew this.
So
and now the story of NVIDIA has been revealed to all of you.
So our first principles, right, are what you are driving.
Thank you.
Is the knowledge revolution converting into the into what I call the intelligence revolution. And that drives prosperity across the world for all the 8 billion people. And I think that what we are at the doorsteps of is the new intelligence age. And on behalf of everybody, I am very proud to have you as my friend, and welcome to India, and thank you for actually contributing to the world to bring the intelligence age in our lifetime, and hopefully together with everybody, this can drive to more prosperity for all the 8 billion people in the world, and particularly the 1.5 billion people in India.
Mukesh, it is such an honor and such a great privilege and incredible joy to be able to contribute in this way. This is an extraordinary opportunity for India to have precisely the conditions to have such a large population and large industry of computer scientists at a time when this industry, the computing industry, is going to become the intelligence industry. Leveraging on everything that you have, leveraging on everything that you know, and your indigenous advantage, enormous amounts of data, a large population of consumers to drive that flywheel of intelligence to data, data to intelligence, intelligence to data, and have the national will to go do something about it. This is such an extraordinary time, and I am honored and privileged to be partnered with you to do this. And let's make it a promise today that we will work together so that India could take advantage of the intelligence revolution that's ahead of us. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so very much. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mukesh Ambani.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And Jensen, my friend, right? You are here only a few days before Diwali. Diwali is our new year. It is where we worship the goddess of prosperity. So on behalf of all of us, we wish you
thank you
a very, very prosperous new year, and to all of you, a happy Diwali and a happy
Diwali, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you, my friend.
Thank you.
Good.